Hey everybody, and welcome to Shark Jump Inc. I'm Corey,
I'm Caleb.
I'm Shelby.
I'm Parker.
and today we will be reviewing The Happening. Alright, to help us review The Happening today, we brought on a very special guest. His name is Parker.
Hey.
He's a very good friend of mine, knows a lot about movies. I've always wanted him on the show. So, you're a prestige guest. I'm going to let you begin our talk about The Happening.
The Happening is really dumb. It came out in 2008. It was directed by M. Night Shyamalan, who is famous for The Sixth Sense, Signs, The Village. Most recent movie was Split, and he also made The Visit.
Yeah. Everything you said was a fact, including the movie being dumb. All that I would say that is fact.
Yep.
So it's definitely dumb.
Mhm.
The main thing that I come away with this whole movie is just how bad the performances are.
Yeah.
That's like my main takeaway from this, which is really odd because Mark Wahlberg and Zooey Deschanel are usually actors that I do like in other things, like in New Girl and like in Deepwater Horizon or something like that. You know, Zooey Deschanel in Deepwater Horizon and Mark Wahlberg in New Girl.
He is
And
the new girl.
right, so
True.
like, and it's just the dialogue is it's not very good dialogue,
No,
but
it's not.
it's
No.
performed very stilted and very like odd and weird. It's kind of like The Lobster, but like it's kind of taking himself seriously. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The way I see it is like Mark Wahlberg's and Zooey Deschanel's performances remind me of just make me think of like two aliens who don't know how to convey human emotion, and they're just giving it their best shot.
For the record, the reason why we're talking about this really bad, almost 10-year-old movie is because we just decided we wanted to watch something crappy that came between this and Garfield
and Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Sharp Boy and Lava Girl
And
Wild Wild West.
Wild West, and we decided we'd watch The Happening.
We never reviewed a really bad movie. Parker likes to watch bad movies. I like to watch bad movies. We decided it would be a good matchup to do a bad movie today.
And this is a nice, fun, bad movie.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, what you were saying about the performances, a lot of the actors in this movie, they are good actors. Just
Yeah, it's
not
weird.
in this. Like Zooey Deschanel, she's good, and like in Elf, she's fine.
Yeah.
500 Days of Summer, she's really good in that. New Girl, she's great. She's funny, but in this, she's so
I hated her in this.
wooden. Everything she says, like her face is so blank for everything, and she says, "It makes you kill yourself." Just when you thought there couldn't be any more evil that could be invented.
And she's just as wide-eyed as she could be.
And then Mark Wahlberg, he over-enunciates every word he says in the movie. I don't know. That's a bad impression.
I mean, Mark Wahlberg is easily my favorite part of this movie, just because how ridiculous it was.
His performance is insane.
come on, guys, take an interest in science.
1 minute. 1 minute.
How much do you guys believe Mark Wahlberg is a biology teacher is another thing.
None at all.
Like,
He's gone on record saying that the movie was bad,
Right.
but at least he
Yeah.
didn't.
Put
He
in the
tried
box or
to
something like that.
he tried to do something different.
that was why he took the movie. He was like, I just wanted to play a science teacher for once. Like, yeah.
yeah.
And that's admirable, but he's not a biologist.
So
And honestly, he just kind of looks. Oh, sorry, didn't mean
No,
to cut
you
you
go.
off. But he just kind of looks lost throughout the movie. Like he doesn't know what he should be doing.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire movie.
He just looks confused the whole time. I mean, like, yeah, his character is confused, but this movie is about. We're just gonna.
Yeah,
I think we're just gonna spoil it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is almost
really
a 10-year-old movie.
super goofy.
Yeah.
Like, come on. But it's basically about the world has been struck with this crazy happening where the plants are emitting I guess the plants are unhappy with how people are behaving, and they start emitting a toxin that causes people to commit suicide. And I'm smiling. It's not funny, but it's
that
done
ridiculous.
so badly. It's
Yeah.
done so badly that it's not like the plants talk or whatever. They're not personified, but it's just, I guess the plants are evil in this.
In my opinion, it's like
It doesn't. It's stupid.
it's an it's an okay idea. Like, it's an interesting idea. Like, a bunch of people are just like dying, and like
Yeah.
no one can explain why.
Yeah.
And like, it's a cool idea, but it's not done very well.
It's handled
It's
in,
really
in
goofy.
one of the
It's-
worst ways possible.
It's
Oh my gosh, the field.
people are killing themselves for no reason, and like no one knows why, and it's because plants have taken like over and
Yeah.
are emitting toxins to kill people because they're not happy with how people are treating the
I did
environment.
like the final scene though. I thought that was kind of cool. How it's like how it spread, and like it's not just.
I
hitting
thought you were like,
anyone else.
she's pregnant. Huh.
No, not that
Gee,
part.
Willikers, thanks.
Not that part. Like the whole like then it went to I assume France.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I did like that.
Yeah.
Except
And
then that conveys that there was like that they were maybe thinking of a happening too, and I don't want that.
I think what they were more or less doing is because like the dude on the TV is like, well, it didn't happen everywhere, so like
Yeah.
that can't be the proof of it, and so it was just showing that it is gonna happen everywhere, and it wasn't the government doing something.
Well, what was going on with? I mean, as the movie goes on, it basically just follows Mark Wahlberg and his wife, Zoe Deschanel.
I cannot remember her name, like her character name.
His name was Elliot. Her name,
It doesn't matter.
yeah, it was Mark Wahlberg.
It doesn't matter.
But like, it's basically them just. Really, nothing happens in this movie, honestly. But I mean, it's
They don't die.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Took
sum
place
up
over
this
like a
plot.
day.
Like nothing happens in this movie
Like
because
24 hours. I think.
Yeah.
It was like
they're
8 in
just
the morning. till
they're
9
just
a.m.
trying to survive, but
They don't really do anything.
nothing happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they just meet a bunch of different people, and a bunch of stuff happens to the people, like where all the people just like kill themselves.
and a lot of these people were crazy before they even get the toxins. There's
Hot
the
dog's overrated.
there's the
I love
hot
the hot
dog
dog
guy.
dude. The crazy plant hot dog guy.
Hot dogs are underrated.
See the mustard?
This random guy that they stumble upon is just like obsessed with hot dogs.
And plants.
And
He's married. Talks to plants.
He does give a lot of the plant exposition.
Yeah. Oh,
Plants
yeah,
position.
that's true.
That's
Yeah.
position.
There's also one part where they meet this old lady, who's like this crazy.
Yeah.
As soon as they meet her, the first thing he says is like, she gives this weird look, and he's like, "Why you eyeing my lemon drink?" You're like, "What are you talking about?"
He's a retriever. Why you on a lemon drink?
Why you eyeing my lemon drink?
You
And,
must
like,
be
there's-
lost.
There's a part where towards the end, the lady's like suspicious of them or whatever, and Mark Wahlberg's whispering to Zoe Deschanel, and he goes out in the hallway, and she's standing down the hall, and she goes, "I hear you whispering. You planning on stealing something?" And Mark is like, "No, ma'am, we're not."
Damn.
He's like, "Plan on murdering me in my sleep?" He's like, "Goes what? No."
It sounded like he was lying.
What? No.
Oh man.
But like he's got his weird
Yeah.
his weird eyebrow where it kind of looks like he's always angry.
You pointed out like you like the ending. I also have to point out the beginning. There was a lot of
Yeah.
creepy imagery and stuff at the beginning that kind of worked. I think we can sum up the good parts with those two things.
Yes.
The bookends of the movie were okay.
And I like James Newton Howard's score.
Oh yeah,
But I mean the movie itself is just it's wasted.
yeah.
But what else even like there's just so much there's so many random
So
goofy
random.
things in this movie, and I think the thing about it was that M. Night Shyamalan, say what you will about the guy, he's made some terrible movies, but you know he's made some really good ones too. So I wonder like why was this one in particular just so bad? And they said it's because he was trying to make a stupid B movie as like a tribute to 50s and 60s.
That's what I was about to say. Like, I've thought of an interesting question. Do you think this movie was like it was on purpose? Because the whole plot, you know, plants are killing people, and like just really like B movie level performances out of usual good actors, and like just a horrible movie out of like a proven director. Do you think this movie was maybe done as a joke or kind of like on purpose?
I definitely do because, like I was saying about the actors, there's no way these good actors could be giving off performances this bad unless somebody told them to do it.
Yeah.
You know.
it was like an old Ed Wood movie with people who had never acted before. Like, just from general sense of acting and just how long their careers have lasted, it just seems like they would be better than that. So it kind of seems like they had to be told to do that.
I mean, Mark Wahlberg had an Oscar nomination before this movie.
Yeah, like 2 years
for
before.
The Departed.
Mm-hmm.
So then 2 years later, he comes up with this steaming pile of doo-doo.
Yeah.
Where we think that he can't act anymore.
And he did Boogie Nights like 11 years earlier, so like he had a
Yeah.
sustainable career before then. It's not like I don't think he like forgot how to act.
Yeah.
So there's a part of me that believes there might be some truth to like him maybe making this movie on purpose, like how it is.
Bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think he told like Mark Wahlberg, he was like, hey, like, don't give it your all? He's like, what do you mean? You can just tone back your acting and pump up the Marky Mark.
You know when you give it 100%? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Give
Yeah,
it like
Shyamalan?
give it like 1/10 of that.
What do you mean?
There's some parts of this movie where just like super unnecessary, gratuitous violence happens. I mean, I'm not saying movies can't
I
be
looked
violent,
away.
obviously, but there's one part where an absolute stranger looks over to Mark
Hey, look at
Wahlberg and
this.
says, "Oh my God,
My
look
friend
at
sent me this.
my sister just sent me this
Yeah.
video," and it's a guy in a zoo letting these lions rip his arms off, and like it shows, like it actually shows the flesh in his arm tear, like it's visceral.
And I thought that was really weird. Like there was that, and then there was another scene where a man like laid under a lawnmower and was like kind of sucked up. If you take out those two scenes, this movie could have been PG-13. There was no like, there wasn't a whole lot of like cursing. There was no like nudity. Like it kind of seemed like excessive for those two scenes, but then like
The only violence other than that was the chick stabbing herself in the throat and the crazy chick headbutting the glass.
which wasn't horrible.
And, yeah,
it
those
was
weren't
people.
bad.
Yeah,
The people dropping off the buildings. I mean, whenever
yeah,
whenever
but-
they dropped, like you saw them kind of like
yeah, they were a
you
little
saw
bit
them
deformed
like
and
flop
everything.
over.
Yeah.
That was not a PG-13 kind of thing.
Well, I'm just saying, like there were.
It didn't need to
If
be
you
R.
take 90% of the movie, it is like it's decently tame. It's like some of these, but like how you brought up these gratuitous acts of violence.
There's not a lot of language either.
Yeah.
I don't remember any.
At one part, the army guy's like, I don't remember he said something weird.
Cheese
so-
and crackers.
Cheese and
cheese
crackers.
Yeah, they
Just like,
like
okay.
this soldier gets bad news and he just looks over and goes, "Cheese and crackers."
you have that license.
Wait. There's another graphic bit in this movie. Two like 14 or 15
Yeah, I was saying
year olds
Oh
shotgun
yeah.
get blasted with a shotgun, just like a random.
yeah.
This review is so unorganized because there's nothing like this movie is just so
It's-
weird.
You can
Like,
kind of
there's-
play this movie in any order.
like
no,
yeah, like I was saying,
Yeah.
there's nothing to talk like there's nothing to this movie but just goofiness the whole thing.
It's 90 minutes of unorganization and just flat out weird, just uncalled for scenes. Like it's you're right. There's a lot of stuff you could just change the order of, and it wouldn't really affect the final product.
It's just
that
like,
much.
all right, someone dies here, someone dies here, someone dies here.
And
It's like,
it-
okay.
Honestly, it would work to do like a commentary of this movie.
That'd be great,
because the best thing about it would be to just look at every line, every facial expression, and just pick apart how just everything about it is just goofy.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Not to mention, there's a big plot point with a mood ring, and Mark Wahlberg is a 40-year-old man with a mood ring. I'll leave that out there.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you did talk about how there, like, you heard something really cool about that.
There are,
There's
Yeah.
an interesting
There,
idea about that.
there is a nice little like writing bit because there's a part where like this little girl has the ring on, and he says, "Oh, it's yellow, which means you're about to laugh." And you know, he just sits there and looks at her, and it makes her laugh. But then at the end of the movie, he's talking to his wife, and he thinks they're gonna die, and he looks at his ring, and it's yellow, and he starts crying. So then you say, "Oh, okay, the little girl was going to cry, but instead he made her laugh." That's a nice little writing bit,
Right.
but that's about the only good thing in
and
this
it's
movie.
and it's not consequential. either.
It was just
It's not-
cool.
It was just
It's just
a
a little
nice-
cool thing. Like
it
it's
was
not.
just a little tidbit.
It doesn't mean anything to the movie. Like
Mhm.
it's just a cool thing that they did.
My favorite part about the mood ring was whenever we talked about it. On the first date, she wore it and apparently meant she was horny.
Yeah.
Considering I called it right before,
Right.
I just said the most ridiculous thing I could.
Right.
I was like, that meant you were horny.
I'm gonna be
And
honest.
Then the next line.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of think we've covered a majority of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So are y'all ready to get this movie
Oh
rating?
wait, I still did want to say that, basically in the end of the movie, it just stops.
Yeah.
Like, whatever is happening just stops happening.
Oh,
Well,
okay, yeah.
people stop dying, and then they see like a news broadcast where somebody says, "Oh, I guess we'll just never understand what actually happened. There will be theories, but in the end, we'll never really know." They say that exact line in the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah, some 15-year-old high
Yeah.
school student says it.
Mark Wahlberg is talking to his students,
Yeah.
and he tells them basically that exact same thing.
He's like, wow, the beast is
So
screaming.
they tell you exactly how the movie is going to end in the very beginning
Yeah.
of it.
With the stop thing, don't they kind of say at one point how that happens with some of these events where like it talked about like the red wave, is that what they called it, and like stuff like that, how it like it kills and it just like stops for some reason
Right.
sometimes. And so I mean, I guess that's why it just stops.
And there's also a bit
It's
where
not like.
Oh no, that's not like
they get news that this stuff is occurring in densely populated areas.
Mhm.
So then, as a response, they say we need to leave, but we need to all stay together. We need to all stay in groups. Which made no sense.
and also not take these cars that we have so we can travel farther faster.
Yeah.
But yeah, like as a result of finding out that it happens to groups of people, they think they need to stay in a group. And then like the group ends up thinning out because they start killing themselves.
Yep.
Because their idea of staying in a group didn't work out. So it just ends up being
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg, Zoe Deschanel, and this little girl.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can score it.
Yeah.
You want to start?
I mean, I guess. It's a not great movie. It was fun to watch. It's fun to make fun of it, not necessarily fun to
Yeah.
watch. So I'm at like a 3. It was just fun to make fun of Mark Wahlberg.
Okay. As a movie, if you take this at like base movie level, like I don't really know if it's supposed to be kind of like a creepy horror thriller kind of movie. I don't think it ever reaches that. Like I think there was some creepy imagery at the beginning,
Yeah.
and there's some interesting ideas at the end. Throughout the entire movie, a lot of this creepy stuff that's supposed to be kind of creepy comes off really goofy. So
Mhm.
I think overall this movie failed, and the performances were bad, the direction was bad, the script was bad. I'm probably hovering around about a 2.
Yeah.
Honestly, like for the movie. So yeah, that's about where I'm at.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Just if this is trying to be a horror movie, it's just like the least scary horror movie imaginable, pretty much. And pretty much fails in almost every department except for like the score is pretty good, if maybe a little over dramatic in some areas. But yeah, it's like a 2 out of 10, like movie wise. Entertainment value is limitless, so.
See, that's where I'm conflicted, honestly, because I mean, don't get me wrong, this movie sucks. Like, this is a bad
Yeah.
movie.
Mhm.
But at the same time, if it's what M. Night Shyamalan is going for, he did a great job. So I would say, even though it's stupid, I had a good time watching it with you guys. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess I would say like 3.5 out of 10, but
Yeah.
that's generous. Like the
Yeah.
movie itself is like a 1 out of 10. But the fact that we have fun
Exactly.
with it,
Yeah.
and it's fun to pick it apart,
Mhm.
and also people didn't really expect it to be a B movie, though. You know,
Mhm.
they sold it as this like serious, M. Night Shyamalan's returning to form.
Yeah.
But no, he told them like, surprise, I was trying to make a bad movie, and then people didn't really believe him. They just thought the movie you made was crappy, and once people didn't like it,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
just kind of
Safe
copped
face.
out. But no, So yeah, we'll say 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
I mean 3.5 out of 10 is what I meant to say.
But yeah, to summarize,
3 out of
Not
5.
3 out of 5. No.
but yeah, to summarize, I mean, this is a really bad movie, but it's not one of those movies that you watch and you just feel bad for even seeing it. You just feel so bored and just want it to end. You have a nice bit of fun with it, just picking it apart.
It's not Zoolander 2. Like, I
Huh.
enjoyed this more than Zoolander 2.
Yeah.
But, like,
Fair
I mean,
share.
it isn't the point of, like, a movie is, like, to enjoy it. So, and, like, so we enjoyed it not that we were supposed to,
Yeah.
but we
It's
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Not the usual way.
As a movie,
This movie is an enigma, honestly. I just don't know what to think.
you can tell there's just kind of like an air of confusion and frustration. It's weird. If you're gonna watch this movie, which I won't say don't watch this movie, but if you're gonna watch this movie, it's best if you do it with a couple people.
Yeah.
Don't watch it by
Make-
yourself.
Make fun of it with a couple people.
Yeah.
Like have some snacks, have some drinks.
Yeah.
Like, but that's gonna be it for today. Like we've talked up and down about this 90-minute goof fest. Like I think we're good.
Yeah.
And count how many times they say the word happening in it.
So that's gonna wrap us up for today. I'd like to thank you for joining us. He's gonna be here on the video on Monday, and the video on Monday. What is the video on Monday?
It was the discussion about underappreciated movies.
Discussion about underappreciated movies. He's gonna be in that. Check that out on Monday. But as for the happening, we're done with that. So if you like this content, like it, subscribe to the channel, comment, share with your friends, help us grow. And good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, whenever you're watching this video. Enjoy.